Well, hello, everyone. This is Jim Fulford, and it's a Thursday, June 26th, and I've had an amazing day today. I've talked to so many awesome people, done so many different presentations, so I am on fire, especially after the news last night, so we're going to have a great time tonight. I wanted to thank you for joining us. It's been just an awesome day. Fantastic Shackley day, and I'm going to share the Shackley business with you. You notice I've changed my background on the slides if you've been here before. There's a reason for that, but really what we're going to talk about is I'm going to go through the Shackley business model, go through that real quick, tell you a quick story, get you off here in about 20 minutes. But again, it's just amazing. Things are going great because Shackley is just the place to be to just build an awesome life for you and your family. Now, let me start off by giving you guys a quick history of Shackley. Shackley is a company that's been around for a long time. In fact, if you think the history actually goes back further than the company, because back in 1915, Dr. Forrest Shackley invented the vitamin. He invented vitalized minerals. He was actually born in the 1800s, and he knew that people weren't getting enough food to eat and enough nutrients in the food, so he ended up formulating this for his patients. And as he spread, as more and more people asked about his product and shared, it just really they shipped all over the country. And so in the 1950s, when Dr. Shackley was in his 60s, he decided that he really was doing so much distribution of this product, he needed to create a company to help spread that word. In 1956, Shackley was founded. Now, in 1960, they also went from not just doing nutritional products for health, they introduced green home care, Basic H. 50 years, a long time the company's been green. And, of course, we're pretty excited this year because the 1915 was when is the vitamins invention, and we're going to be at a 100-year anniversary of that coming up next year. And that company had some explosive growth in the 70s, hit the New York Stock Exchange, became one of the largest, 500 largest companies in America. And then at the age of 91, Dr. Shackley died, passed the business on to his sons, and his sons ended up selling it to a Japanese pharmaceutical company called Yamanouchi in 1989. And they owned the company for really almost 20 years. And during that time, really did not do a whole lot of changes to the company, but they did good things because they had pharmaceutical drugs, they wanted pharmaceutical vitamins to go along with them, and so they did a lot of pharmaceutical testing, put in some of the great facilities that are in California now. But the real opportunity for us, and the reason you're on this call, is because this man in 2004, Roger Barnett, bought the Shackley company. Now, Roger Barnett is an impressive no matter how you look at his resume. I mean, look, he graduated from Yale, like a Yale law graduate, got an MBA from Harvard. Even before he was 40, he founded the CEO of ArcadeBeauty.com, and he was born a billionaire. But his family really, his dad is from a Burberry background. His mom, I believe, is one of the largest one of the largest shareholders of Verizon, inventors of the of contact lenses. So they definitely did not have to scrap by when they were kids, but they really wanted to make sure the kids went off and did their own thing and didn't just try to live off money that was done by the parents and grandparents. And so each of their children was really encouraged to create their own legacy business. So Roger did many things, but he had unlimited resources, and he spent $20 million trying to find out the industry and the company, and he went through that 3 years and that money and chose Shackley. Only problem was Yamanouchi didn't want to sell Shackley, but after 3 years of really whining and dining them, he was able to purchase it for $310 million. Now, of course, his vision was to take his company, it's a 57-year-old company, and really move it from around $300 or $400 million in sales. Actually, it was much lower than that when he bought it, up to a $10 billion global giant. And all that's impressive, but what impressed me the most about this guy was this picture on the bottom of the screen here. I snapped this with my iPhone when I was in San Francisco a month or so ago. This is actually the name on his door, and you notice it's not Roger Barnett, it's Spencer Barnett. And Spencer is his son. I believe he's 12 years old, 11 or 12. And when Rogers asked about, why do you have your son's name on your door? And he said, well, this is going to be my legacy to my son, this company, and what I do and the good I do with it in the world. And one day, if he's worthy, this will be his office. And I have his name on the door to remind myself why I'm coming in every day. And, of course, that really touched me because here's a billionaire using Shackley, and he's got the same reason he's building it that I have. I'm building it for legacy for my son as well, which really, put me in very lockstep and sync with the company. But also that shows you that he's a long-term player. He's not just buying this company to grow it and flip it. This is where he's going to be. And, of course, this has been his 10 years as CEO. and he's doing a lot of things. He's really been putting in many new products, new compensation systems, opening new markets, all the things. And one of the big things he really wanted to do was get a younger population, because during the time that it was owned by the Japanese, there was the company continued to grow steady all through that 20-year period, but they did really nothing to invest in the marketing side of the business. They really spent all their time on the product side. And so the distributors had aged quite a bit, and he wanted to bring in young people into Shackley, and he knew he had to make some changes to do that. And so over the last 10 years, the average age of the distributor has dropped from the 60s to the 40s, so definitely making movements in that direction. But a lot of it is also just really, our competition is in 30 to 40 countries. We're in 8, and so we've got tons and tons of growth in front of us. But take a look at this. This is a sales chart for the last 10 years, his 10 years as CEO. And here's a 57-year-old company, but instead of just having some slow, steady growth, it's doubled in size in the last 3 years, and there's no end in sight. And that's something that you and I are able to take advantage of. Now, the product line is extensive. They have really just several hundred products in many, many categories: anti-aging products, weight management, skin care, nutritional products, home care, laundry care, cleaning products, hair care, personal care products, baby care, energy drinks, all those different things. And what really would separate them from the other companies is they are a company that really believes in integrity of the product and quality. And you see it in everything they do. You see it in the $300 million in testing, the 100,000 quality tests they do every year, where they test the ingredients before they come in, after they buy them, all through the process they test, because they will not tolerate anything that's not pure in the product. And of course, the other thing that they really have differentiate them is they've done real scientific studies on their products. So they're not going to say, hey, look up resveratrol on PubMed. This is in our stuff, so it's really good. They're going to say, hey, here's a scientific study we did on our product showing the clinical efficacy, and they publish these in peer-reviewed journals. So this is real science on our products, and there are just hundreds of these scientific papers out there really demonstrate the clinical integrity behind these things. So you can be proud to share them with a doctor or scientist or anyone. Most products hold the patents. And again, think about the influential groups that use these products. These products have been on a space shuttle. They clean the White House. They clean Disney. They've been on Oprah 7 times. Over 100 gold, silver, and bronze medalists use Shackley nutritional products. Think about that. These guys care a lot more about what they put in their body than we do. And they put in the best of the best, and they do it because Shackley, they can guarantee that they will going to operate at a peak performance and won't be worried about failing a drug test. And even with all that, they're always safe, always work, always green, and they got a 100% lifetime empty box money-back guarantee. Pretty awesome product line, and of course this product line is continuing to expand in major categories, and we're going to be getting several new product launches at the conference here just in about 7 weeks, so we're excited about that. And of course, even though you've got Roger Barnett leading the company, a 57-year-old company, so all that's important, the comp plan is important, but also what's important is the people that you've got to hold your hand and partner with to help you succeed in the business. And of course, this is my support team, Barry and Rhonda Joy, are my direct upline sponsors, who they became executive coordinators 4 months, legends in the industry. Tony and Debbie Underwood, their upline. I talked to Tony today. He's actually at the home office today, right now in a meeting at the home office in California. These guys were a rookie. They came in 2 years ago in the Shack in 2011. He was a rookie of the year in 2012. Really earns about $250,000 now, and with the short time he's been in Shackley. And just awesome individual, very hardworking, and always there to support and help you out. And then Jennifer Glacken, who I've also spoke with today, she's there to help you. She's been in Shackley since 1992, and she actually was started as a customer, became a distributor when her husband lost her job at Sears. And look at the type of income that she's been able. This is like a high-level CEO from a Fortune 500 kind of income. And how many CEOs have gotten these kind of raises over the last years, going from 200 to 250 to over 300,000 a year? And that's not training or tools or tapes. This is just the Shackley income from Shackley for the movement of the good old products from Shackley. And we really appreciate Jennifer for sharing her 1099s. Let us know that this is real. Real people are making real money, and you got successful people like this to help you build their business. So let me talk about the Dream Plan and how the Dream Plan works. Now, the Dream Plan was introduced in 2010. It's almost interesting. It's right in line with when the company started double-digit growth, and it was introduced in October, designed to bring people make money quick, designed to attract young professionals. But really, the plan was pretty simple. It laid on top of the comp plan, and it was designed to let someone make cash, cars, and trips. Take 2 trips a year, drive a new car, make $100,000. And I'm going to show you how the plan does that. And, of course, the steps to do that is first you get started and you move from director, senior director, coordinator, senior coordinator, executive coordinator. So you move through the ranks, and then once you do that, you help other people do the same. So that's kind of your blueprint for success. Now, what that's really telling you, if you look at this chart, this is the average 1099 earnings by rank, and this is based on 57 years of 1099. This isn't made up money. This is the average director earns $10,000 a year. The average executive coordinator earns $50,000 a year. The average master coordinator $200,000 a year. And so these are some real money, and the goal of Fast Track is to really give you some extra bonuses and stuff as you're building your business. So really what they want you to do is over the next 15 to 24 months, move from director to executive coordinator, and then instead of making $50,000 a year, because of the bonuses and incentives they're going to give you, you're going to be able to make $100,000 during that 15 months just by following the simple strategy that they've got laid out. Now, of course, the way to get started is to pick a business pack. There's many ways to start the business with Shackley, but on the Fast Track plan, they've made it easy. You got 2 options. You got a $300 package and a $600 package, and the difference with them is all the different products that they come. So you get more value, more PV, more product value. We normally recommend people start with option 2, but really it doesn't matter. You can start with whatever option you want. The reason we use option 2 in our demonstration is because as we take the 500 points, which is how many points you get, which is what you get paid on, and you use that in this business model, it's going to simply show how you build your business in a clear, simple strategy. So as I mentioned, the first step was to become a director. A director is 2,000 points, and that's you getting a 500-point kit and you helping 3 people get a 500-point kit. Well, 500 times 4 is 2,000. That's 2,000 points. That's a good way to start your business. That's going to be make you a director. You're going to earn an average of $10,000 a year. You're going to make $880 back, so you're really going to get your money back plus a good bit by becoming a director. But the more important thing about director, this is the building block of the Shackley business. This is the foundation. You know, as we move into trips and things, what matters is how many directors are in our group, how many directors are in depth. And everything is based on the number of directors and helping people become directors. So this simple structure, this simple 2,000-point structure is really how the foundation and the building block of the entire Shackley program. And, for example, your first step is once you become a director is to help one of those 3 people become a director. When you do that, then that makes you a senior director. And a senior director, you know, really you start out as a senior director at 3,000 points, but as you get to 4,000 points and you hold that, you're going to get your first $1,000 cash bonus on top of your regular pay. They're going to give you a couple extra tickets to the global conference, and you're going to start qualification for a San Francisco trip to the home office as well by becoming a senior director. When you help 2 people become director, then you're what they call a coordinator. A coordinator is between 5,000 to 6,000 points. And when you became a coordinator and held that volume for 4 months, you're going to get a $3,000 cash bonus. You're going to get a $250 a month car bonus, and you're going to get an all-inclusive dream vacation for 2 to Maui, which is pretty amazing. So Maui is the destination dream vacation this year. So think about it. And this is a thing where, you know, for building a pretty small team, you got an average income of $21,000, but you qualify for a trip for 2 to San Francisco, a $4,000 in cash, a dream vacation to Maui, Hawaii, a $250 car payment, and for really not building that big of a team. You probably have 30, 35 people on your organization at the time that you hit this level, and that's just some amazing rewards for building a business. And, of course, the Fast Track doesn't stop there. Later is 10,000 points, and as you hold on to that for 4 months, you get another $5,000 cash bonus, which is great in the same structure, just putting a little more volume. And an executive coordinator, which is probably one of the most exciting levels in the business, this is really where leadership begins. When you get 20,000 points and you've held this, what this is going to do is going to allow you to not only earn a $50,000 a year income, you're going to be able to make a $25,000 cash bonus. You're now going to get to take two double qualify for Maui, so you get to take 4 people instead of 2, have 2 rooms and 4 tickets. You also get a Maui VIP package, so you get oceanfront rooms, you get to come out early, go to the spa, those things, a bigger car payment. Major rewards here at this level because not only are you getting a $51,000 income, you've got $34,000 in Fast Track bonuses. The trip to San Francisco, a VIP trip to Maui, a trip for 4 to Maui as well to go along with it. You've got a $375 car bonus, really a major rewards for hitting this particular level. And this is just the beginning of Fast Track. This is just you going from director to executive coordinator, which is in the middle of the plan. There's 15 years of car payments you're going to get with Shackley. There are many, many bonuses above and beyond. There's 25,000 executive coordinator, 25,000 more key coordinator, 25,000 more master coordinator. So the bonuses keep coming, the trips keep coming, the cars keep coming, and part of that reason is that you can help other people move through Fast Track as well. And every time you do that, you get a 50% match of what they do, which is just amazing because it helps you, it helps leaders keep sponsoring, and it helps make sure that you've got someone on your team with a vested interest in making sure that you're successful. Now, so the business model is real. You know that they've been around for 50 years. How does it work? Let me real quickly tell you before I close tonight, how this has worked for us, because we've been in Shackley for just over a year. We joined Shackley in February of 2013 when Tony shared the plan with us. And when they showed us the plan, it was great. When we started off, we really didn't do anything that first month but buy our kit. But it was kind of cool because the first people we put in, Raymond and Marcia Duvall, they hit director, and they've continued to move on. They're senior coordinators now. They have a Shackley car. They've double qualified for the trip to Mexico. They're well on their way to having a huge organization, and they had never been networking before, but because they had a great business model, good support team, and a company behind them, they've done extremely well. Now, in June, we've been in a company for 5 months this time. We were coordinators. We already qualified for a car. This is Peggy, my wife, with her Passat. We had to qualify for the Dream Cruise. This was us and the Joyce, who were the only ones that qualified for the cruise that year. But the trip to Mexico this year, we're going to have many more people going with us because as our organization grows, we help more people qualify for the cruise as well. And so we qualified for that, $4,000 in cash bonuses. So by this time, we're knowing the Shackley Dream Plan works. And, of course, it works faster for some people than others. In the same time that we were doing that, Barry and Rhonda, they had hit executive coordinator, and they'd qualified for a trip to Paris. I mean, these guys landed in Paris on Rhonda's birthday. What kind of present is that? And Barry was telling me that he got like $600 in spending money. Besides everything paid for, they actually brought money back from the trip instead of just, so they didn't not only spend it on, but they brought $200 back from the trip because Shackley just took care of everything. And, of course, they got a $25,000 executive bonus, which is cool because, again, what does that mean? That means their upline, Tony Underwood, made a $12,500 bonus when they got that bonus because he helped them do Fast Track. In December, we were still on the Fast Track plan. We hit senior coordinator. We had qualified for Mexico. We had qualified for the new directors conference in San Francisco. We had earned more bonuses. And so, again, we weren't even in the business a year yet. Things are still continuing to work and grow. And our San Francisco trip was really pretty amazing. This was the wall of cars and just a small piece of the wall. And they had several of these where there's thousands of people that are getting their dream cars done by Shackley. They've got the most lucrative car program and the easiest to qualify on the planet. So it took us quite a few minutes to find our car, as you can imagine. But the feeling of belief it gave you when you saw so many people getting their lives changed and their dreams come true by building a Shackley business, it was just phenomenal. And, of course, they rolled out the red carpet for us. All the employees came out and was cheering when we got off the bus when they brought us over there. And they gave us a red carpet treatment all weekend. It was fun. We met the employees. We made lots of new friends. And we were there in San Francisco, Peggy said 4 days and 3 nights, and we spent $10.70, I think is all we spent, because Shackley, they just took care of everything. And, of course, in March of this year, we have been in, this would have been our 13th month, we hit executive coordinator. So we were 2 months ahead of the plan, which puts us in qualification for Bali. So we'll be qualified for Bali in another about 5 days. We'll be qualified for Bali, and then we've got 2 more months to hit the $25,000 bonus. But we've been following the Fast Track plan. We've moved from director to executive coordinator, just like the plan has asked us to do, and followed it, and you can do it as well. And that's really, it's possible with a dream plan, no matter what, whether you want to really help the planet, help your community, travel, spend more time with your family, the income, it really doesn't matter to you. When Debbie and Tony showed us a plan, shows we can make $100,000, drive a car, take 2 trips. We believed in them. We knew Tony and Debbie had integrity. We had credibility with them, and so we believed them, and we're glad we did because you cannot do this business without having some belief. But our business is so different, and our lives are so different now than it was a year ago in February when we started, and we're so glad that we believed it and got started with Shackley because the Shackley Fast Track plan, it works. It's got a system that works, and you may be wanting the Fast Track bonuses, the cash, the cars, and trips, or you may just be wanting to quit a job that you hate or get your wife home or put your kids in private school. You may just want more time and freedom. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want, the Shackley Fast Track plan works. and it's ready for you. So thanks for joining us tonight. If you would, I want to ask you to get back online with whoever invited you to the call, get your questions answered for them. And again, it's a great time to put people in faculty business. We've had a phenomenal month. And coming up, we're getting ready to start our new fiscal year in July, so we're going to kick off with a bang, as we all are planning on going to Hawaii this year. So we'd love to have you join us in Hawaii. So just set your goals, and let's make it happen. Good night, everybody.